G'day guys, just a short video today. Just did in the backyard after work today. So I've got two of these little commercial minis going in the backyard. They've been going a little while. You can see there they've built plenty of comb in there. This one's fairly strong. On a warm day there'll be a little beard out the front of this hive. You can see there the fresh comb, a little bit of capped honey there you can see. So what I'm going to do, there's a bit of a honey flow on here, so I can take the feeder out. I haven't been feeding these probably for the last 10 days or so. There's a few bees in the feeder. Just carefully get those bees out of the feeder, just so to make sure the queen's not in there. So what I'll do is put a couple of my conversion combs in the back of this box, and they can build out that comb. Because they'll be running out of room to lay. You might just be able to see in this comb there's larvae, young larvae and eggs. Sort of in dappled shade here, so it's a bit hard to see, but so this comb's all laid out and the other two as well, so the queen's out of room to lay, which is a problem. So when the queen runs out of room, one or two things can happen. They might abscond, which means they all just leave and go and make a little swarm and go and find somewhere else to live. So this comb's all packed out with pollen and a few eggs and nectar. Well, the other thing is, if the queen runs out of room to lay and she stops laying, then the bees think there's something wrong with her and they kill her and start a queen cell. So there's the queen there, moving around looking for somewhere to lay. So this was a grafted queen off one of my good Italian queens. So ideally she needs to go in a hive now, but I'm just going to use her to start off some new combs for another homemade mini nuke. But these are doing really well. They're finding plenty of resources, plenty of honey and pollen. So I'd say she's been laying for about 5 days at least. So in the back of this box where the feeder goes, you might be able to see a couple of grooves there. So I make up these, it's just a little bit of wax foundation on a paper straw. It just sits in there like that. And they'll build that out. You can see the stick there coming out of the straw. They'll build that out in the next few days, and she'll be on there laying as soon as she can. And then I'll be able to use those in one of my homemade mini nukes. I'll just show you where this goes and see how many bees are hanging around, coming back from foraging. You can see a few there looking for home. Yeah, just a few foragers coming back. So this is the other one. You can see there, capped brood. So there's the new queen. Nice looking queen, and it's always good to see the bees tending to her, paying her attention. That's how they're supposed to do it. So she was actually in here. You can see they'd started building comb in there and in the feeder. And there was actually eggs in that comb in the feeder. I just knocked the queen off then when my head was in the way. Knocked her into the front of the hive there. So she's out of harm's way. But the same thing with this one. I've got a couple of these little conversion combs. So once this is built out, I can take out this short stick and put a longer stick in there so I can put it in my larger box. But I'm quite sure they'll be on there building these out within the next 24, 48 hours. So that's all for today, guys. Just a quick little film to show you a part of the process to starting off. This is how I started off with the homemade nukes.